How about we fill this here empty bowl with a cheeseless mac and cheese? A mac and cheeseless cheese. Plant-based, no salt, no sugar, just herbs and spices, packed with protein, blood sugar friendly because I'm going to show you some macaroni noodles that don't have any starch, lots of fiber, soluble and insoluble. It's just, and it tastes better than any traditional mac and cheese. So let's get started. By popular, very popular demand on how to make this, ever since I took a picture and shared it on Facebook, everyone wants to know how to make it. That was the plan. So let's get started. If you're excited about what's to come, please go over to YouTube, like the video, subscribe, comment, share if you'd like. These things really help me out a lot with the algorithms so that this gets in front of the eyeballs of more people. Thank you. Okay, first I got the noodles already in a pan boiling. The only ingredient here is chickpea flour. You can also get these made out of lentils. I like the red lentils, but for today I'm going to do the chickpea. And you can also get any style of noodle that you want. You can get regular macaroni noodles. This is cassarisi. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Maybe someone can comment in the comments area and tell me how to pronounce that correctly. You can get, rigatoni, you can get fettuccine, linguine, whatever you want. But this is pretty similar to macaroni noodles, and I like these, so I'm just going to do this. So I'm not going to show you how to, bring this to a boil. Everybody knows how to do that. I probably got about 3/4 of a cup in there. Probably take about 10 minutes. And then cashews. So for this example, I'm using 1 cup of cashews. This is for the cheese, by the way, the cheeseless cheese. So 1 cup of cashews, about 1 cup of water, they're soaking. It's about 1 part cashews, 1 part water. The cashews have to be raw, otherwise it's not going to work. It's not going to be a creamy consistency. So put that off to the side. So some garlic, at least 1 clove, but depending on how much garlic that you like. I'm doing 3, and this is by far the best way to prepare the garlic for this. You just crush them under a knife blade first, and then they peel so easily, just like so. And then once they're peeled, you simply place them into the cup here for the blender. I'm using a NutriBullet for this one. I love my NutriBullet. I've also got a Vitamix. The NutriBullet is easier to clean up, and for this one, I don't really need the Vitamix. Okay, so that's 3 garlic cloves. And now we get to the spices. Now I never measure this stuff. I'm that kind of a cook on most things. But this time around, yeah, I'll measure so we got some kind of an idea. So I'm going to do about a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. At least. So it's a good amount, right? Yes. So I'm going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. I'm probably going to do about a 1/4 teaspoon. No, a 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric. The black pepper and the turmeric are both very flavorful. The turmeric is very antioxidant, and the black pepper is also going to help increase the nutrient absorption and the medicinal therapeutic values of the turmeric. That's why in a lot of turmeric supplements you will see another ingredient in there, black pepper. This is very useful information. Cayenne pepper, that's optional if you want it or not. I love cayenne pepper. I'm going to go with, we'll say about a 1/2 teaspoon. And then knowing me, I'll probably sprinkle some more on top of this once it's all done. Now this is considered a lot, but I like a lot of heat. So if you want just a little heat, just use a small pinch of it. But a 1/2 teaspoon for 1 cup raw cashews, that's kind of a lot. Mustard, you can use any kind of mustard that you like. For this one, I'm using organic stone ground. I've also used spicy mustard, but it's always organic. Mustard is something, I'm not going to measure this. I'm going to give it a couple squirts, you can see. If I were to guess, I'd say 1/2 tablespoon maybe I just put in there for 1 cup of raw cashews. When it comes to mustard though, you want to make sure it's organic. It's one of the more important things to get that's organic because of the vinegar that's in there. If you use regular table vinegar and it's not organic, you pollute your blood, and that leads to all kinds of problems long term. So get organic mustard. And then ginger, I'm going to do about 1/2 teaspoon of ginger. I've never measured this out before, but this seems to be about what I would, normally do when I'm just eyeballing it. Seems about right. Some nutritional yeast. I like Bragg's. You can put as much of this in there really as you want to. I'm not going to measure this either, just eyeball it. Yummy, yummy. Now we're going to put this on my NutriBullet. Blend it up. Now, if you're dealing with a regular blender, they're very weak. They're not even worth the 20 bucks or the 50 bucks or whatever you pay, in my personal opinion. It's going to take you a lot longer to get it to the consistency that you want. And you're most likely going to need to add some water. I go light because this is something where you can't take water out of it if you add too much, but you can always add more. So I'm going to add a little bit more. I'll add just little bits at a time. Because like I said, if you add too much, you can't go back and take it out. I guess you could add more cashews to it if you want, but let's not deal with that. All right, let's check out that consistency. That's looking pretty good. In fact, I might do just a smudge more water. This is probably going to do it right here. I think you all know how to add water, so I don't really need to video that. Oops. Yeah, that is looking pretty damn perfect. A thicker, like for nachos and cheese, I would actually add more water because I like it to be a little thinner, just personal preference. But for mac and cheeseless cheese, I like it to be a real thick consistency like so. Of course, you can always, may not be the most sanitary thing, but if it's just for you, does it need anything? No. This is unbelievably perfect. I don't know what this tool is called, but I love it if you don't have one in your kitchen. I'll call it a one-size-fits-all pan strainer. Just like so. Strain the noodles. Works really good. Put it in a bowl. That empty bowl that we started the video with. So now we got noodles in it. Oh yeah. And now we are going to take this wonderful cheese that we just made, this cheeseless cheese, pour it all over. You can also do this in a sauce or a baking pan and then bake it if you want to and put breadcrumbs on top of it. I've seen some people do that where they sprinkle breadcrumbs on top. God, just look at that. I'm not going to do all that. I just want to eat it like it is, just like that. Wow. Then I can stir it all in there. This is like foreplay right here. This is incredible. I can't wait to eat this. By the way, you can also add smoked paprika. I forgot to mention that. I forgot to do that. And it even tastes amazing without it. But the smoked paprika, before you blend it, it adds obviously a nice smokiness to the cheese. And it's not that intense like the cayenne pepper would be. So you can add a lot of it. Teaspoon, maybe a full teaspoon of smoked paprika. There we go. I'm gonna taste it now and make you jealous. Here we go, the final beautiful product. After all that foreplay, it's finally time to do the deed, right? I'm very familiar with traditional mac and cheese. I swear, this tastes better. It's not really just a bias, objectively speaking. In my personal opinion, that makes sense. This is way better. And a billion times healthier, even down to the choice of noodles that I went over with you guys. So try this out and drop your comment. I'd love to know that you're going to try it. So drop a comment telling me you're going to try this and how you might modify it or keep it the same. And then drop another comment with your review of how it turned out, how much you loved it, how much your kids loved it. And then another comment about how wonderful you feel when you're not weighted down or inflamed or an unhealthy gut, unhealthy regulatory measures every day. But this, with these ingredients in here, this is going to help you reduce your inflammation in your body, your entire gut health. 80% of your immune system is in your gut. What is it? 90% of your dopamine and about a little over 50% of your serotonin production comes from the gut, the feel-good hormones. It's going to help you become more regular because of all the fiber, soluble and insoluble, and the fact there's no starch because of the kind of noodles that we're using. Blood sugar friendly and packed with protein, as well as those different fibers. So drop your comments about how you're going to make this, how you might modify it or keep it the same, and how you feel and how it tastes after you eat it, how wonderful it is. And please like the video if you truly like it on YouTube, and subscribe to my YouTube. That really helps me out a ton with getting this in front of more people, because I do all this stuff for free. I just want everybody to see it so that we can all live happier, healthier lives together. And it's easier to be joyous and happy if we're feeling good and we're healthy, right? So yeah, please help me out by liking, subscribing, and doing all those things and getting this out there. Well, you're going to pay the farmers or the hospitals. I recommend paying the farmers. They will take really good care of you if you take care of them. This is so good. Amazing. All right, and share this. Bye for now, everybody. Mwah. My next video coming soon. This was in popular demand, so I suspect a lot of people are going to see this and really love up on this video. Oh, yeah. Can you see that? There we go. Focused. Let that inspire you to watch more of my videos. I've got a ton of videos like this one.